So this cottage here, we are almost at, so what's our, yeah, we're around 3,500 a week in the summer months for this. What I'm finding is that a lot of people think that they want more of a rustic cottage experience, but that's not actually what they want. They want something that looks like it came off of Pinterest.
What's going on, guys? It's Rebecca Lynn Matheson here, and welcome to the Cottage Corner. Today we have Chelsea, who's going to walk us through her Airbnb.
Yeah, we're super excited, guys. We're going to take you through the Lazy Bear, which is our brand new renovated cottage in Grand Bend. Come on, let's go. All right, so this one we call the Lazy Bear. If you want to come back here, so this was actually originally the living room of the space, which was pretty small. So we actually made this into one of the bedrooms, and we like to do bunks just to sleep more people. And this one we did a double over double bunk, so we can actually get 4 people in this room, which is really great. Over here we still have a smaller living space, but we kind of tried to make it work with, this is actually a pull-out sofa. Oh, so I do that in most of the cottages, just so we can always sleep extra people if we need to. And that gets our sleep count up to, 10 guests versus 8. So yeah, so that's the pull-out sofa there, and then we obviously just have like smart TVs so that people can get whatever they want on those.
Now I noticed when we walked in, you have a little chalkboard just right over here. So why the Lazy Bear? Why did you name the cottage Lazy Bear? What was the inspiration behind that?
I don't even really remember this one, to be honest with you. Kyle is, we always say that he looks like a bear, or he is a big bear. So we kind of named this one after him, I guess. All of our cottages have a little bit of a background to their name. This one was I honestly, I think we just kind of came up with it off the top of our heads, but yeah.
Love that. I love that. Okay, well, show me the space. It's so beautiful in here. I can definitely tell you put a lot into this. So did you fully renovate this place, or how did it start?
Yeah, so this one was, it was actually like fairly decent. The kitchen was in pretty rough shape. This was actually, this wall over here was completely closed off. So we actually opened it up just to create like more of an open concept kitchen dining area.
Got it.
And so this was the original layout of the cottage. We just tweaked it a little bit to be more open and airy and bright.
Yep.
We do in all of our renovations quartz countertops, kitchen nice clean lined, everything. I like the floating shelves in the rentals because you can see everything, and then it doesn't get as cluttered as well. So that's kind of the design I did with the kitchen, was just really like clean line, simple, easy for a rental.
Absolutely. Now, I love all of the features, the color themes. Is there a certain go-to store that you have where you go buy like all of your dishes and different niche touches for each cottage?
Yeah, for sure. So most of the time I have a set list and I buy essentially the same thing for each cottage. And that allows me to, when I'm replacing things, it's just easier, and then I make sure everything matches and looks the same. So I do a lot of the kitchen items from IKEA. It's just easiest. I can do one IKEA run when they're open. And so I do a lot from IKEA, and then HomeSense or StructTube. I get a lot of items from StructTube, the furniture. And my light fixtures are usually Amazon or Wayfair. So
got it. Now I just want to highlight the light fixture in this cottage. If you just look over the dining room table, it is so beautiful, a beautiful feature that I'm sure shows really well on the Airbnb website. Just such a nice little area, and it just feels very warm and clean and Simply Paradise, if you will. So your brand is actually Simply Paradise. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Simply Paradise, essentially we have this cottage brand, and we wanted it to feel like every cottage you were living in paradise as much as you can in Canada. So my personal goal is I want to own properties in the Caribbean, so I always created that brand with sort of my end goal in mind. So every cottage has like a beachy kind of theme to it. This one maybe isn't as much as some of the other cottages, but I really like the whole tropical vibe to it. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the rest of it.
Yeah.
How many bedrooms does this cottage have?
This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So originally this was actually only a 1-bath, but I know from doing the rentals that it's really important to have two spaces where people can shower. So this was originally the master bedroom. I guess it technically still could be. And there was actually a door to the bathroom here. We closed it off to create a laundry space. We figured laundry was more important than having 2 doors into a bathroom, so we actually ended up closing it off, and I don't think it really made much of a difference. Then we got a closet in here as well. So yeah, that was this room here.
Awesome. Let's check out the other bedrooms. Just up the stairs?
Yeah, so if we go up the stairs, we actually redid the stairs railing. It was probably one of the most expensive parts of the renovation, but it's the wow factor.
Absolutely.
So when you walk in, this is the first thing that you see. In my opinion, this is what matters. So we put the money into this to make sure that looked really nice.
Absolutely. And you of course have the feature wall here, the Lazy Bear. I love that.
Yeah.
I also just love that you guys have named your cottages like after something that's meaningful to you, and it has a little bit more of a story behind it. Now we got to get a shot of this beautiful view overlooking the cottage, and again the railings are fantastic. It's just such a nice touch, and it just looks so simple, clean, and beautiful. So let's see the last bedroom here.
Yeah, so this bedroom here, originally what we were going to do is actually have this one big loft bedroom. But because so many people are working remotely now, we decided to actually separate it, create the office space as you just saw, and then this is just a bit of a smaller bedroom, still great usable space, and we actually were able to get a walk-in closet as well and a ensuite with a shower. So then we were able to get another full bathroom in here, which is amazing for the rentals, to be able to have those 2 spaces where people can be.
Now I love to, you mentioned people working from home, so you've actually even got a little desk here for people to actually sit and work from. So you've really gone above and beyond to think through everything in this cottage, I can tell. And when a guest shows up, I just have the feeling that they're just going to feel so at home in that paradise kind of vibe. It's all very clean, simple, and fresh, and it takes you away from whatever world you are living in right now and all of the kind of noise of your life. This is definitely a nice, clean vibe and feel, and it's kind of different from what you would traditionally think of as a cottage. So what was the idea there, and why did you go so clean and simple in all of your cottages?
Yeah, what I'm finding is that a lot of people think that they want more of a rustic cottage experience, but that's not actually what they want. They want something that looks like it came off of Pinterest. Yeah. Something Instagram worthy, something they can take pictures and post them. We encourage people to do that and to tag us in them. And yeah, we just find that, you know, if it looks pretty, people will book it more frequently. Our prettier cottages book more frequent than the not so pretty ones. So yeah, I just find it's a good like marketing strategy to have these like beautiful photos and something really clean lined and fresh feeling.
Absolutely. Now, Chelsea, if somebody wanted to book this cottage, where do they find the listing, and what does this actually rent out for? So this cottage here, we are almost at, so what's our, yeah, we're around $3,500 a week in the summer months for this. You can rent it on Airbnb, but obviously you have to pay certain fees for that. So we encourage people to actually book directly through us. So we have our own website that they can book directly through us for that. And yeah, so it's
This is a popular one for sure, just because it is brand new, renovated, so.
Now I know you've also done some work just to the backyard, so let's check that out next. All right, so tell me a little bit about what you've done in this space and what you plan to do in the future.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously barbecue, back deck, very important. So when we built the deck, we wanted to make sure that it was easily accessible to the kitchen.
Yep.
Eventually we will get a dining table for out here. They're just a little bit difficult to get right now.
Yep, inventory.
Inventory is an issue, so we just have the lounge area for now. And yeah, when we did it, we built a whole new back deck. This didn't have anything here. So we wanted it to be fairly big and still have some space for a fire pit. So I don't know if you can see down here, but we've got a little fire pit area, a bit of a grassy area, which is important too for anybody. We do allow a well-behaved and cleaned up after dog, so we want to make sure that we have some sort of grass space for that dog. We also actually, when we were doing the construction, because we had the materials, we actually did a hot tub pad. Even though we don't have a hot tub yet, they're so great for those off-season rentals. So we wanted to make sure that it was prepped and ready to go when we can get our hands on a good hot tub, hopefully coming up for this winter season. So that's already ready for that, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, Chelsea, thank you so much for walking me through your Airbnb rental. And where can people find your listings?
Yeah, so go to www.simplyparadisefr, so furnished rentals, fr.com. So simplyparadisefr.com, that's our direct website. You can actually book directly through there, or just send us an email and we can give you pricing and availability as well.
Got it. And you can also follow Instagram as well.
Yep.
So I know you've started that Instagram page, so make sure you follow the Instagram page, as well as check out Chelsea's website to see more of these cottage Airbnbs that Kyle and Chelsea have up. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us on this Airbnb tour. And if you're interested in booking, make sure you follow up with Chelsea and Kyle after. But we'll see a ton more, and we're also going to get some great tips and tricks from Chelsea. We're going to go on a deep dive and actually break down how you can better service your Airbnbs and set them up for success on the website. Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Cottage Corner.
Awesome, thank you.